Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the south side as the Orange Star Kindle. We got Mooji6. Spawn on the north side as the Black Hole Drake. We got EFKalcifur. But seeing how Kindle's on orange sort of fits with her hairstyle, I guess that makes sense. And you got the Evil Drake, which is probably the clone Drake from the Dual Strike campaign. Either way, let's go and get started. This is a triple base map, but these two bases back here are along the airport on their own little island, so you have to use the transport to get units pushed forward. Both players do start for crews on top of the HQ as well. So the free laner is going to be very important. Got to make sure that stays refueled, which may make Drake's power and super power particularly effective against his opponent, because the lander will have to be refueled at the port, one of these two ports here, which also could drain additional fundings from Kindle. Additionally, or could pull out an APC to get a fuel rod refueled, which of course then that'll be a 5,000 credit or fund unit not being utilized. There's also a decent amount of roads and shores here, which gives wheeled vehicles hyper mobility. Kindle's recon's all the way over here. Drake's looks like doing for the same technique as well, just a little bit slower. And of course, this infantry here does spot this. The landers here. Probably a safe attack to actually engage onto the unit there. Artillery piece got pushed right there. This guy just a push forward to get some more reconnaissance. Sees the infantry unit there, so probably has a good idea. It's safe enough to strike the infantry units. No tank spawned out. Drake's tank is up here. We do also now have a Kindle recon down here, and this recon charged straight to the city into the artillery piece. Great artillery piece there. Recon gets loaded up. Artillery piece gets a great strike on the recon. Of course, in order for this land to unload here, this artillery piece would need to be moved. Artillery piece does get scouted. And there's a tank there as well. And it's filled up with recon, so nothing stopped the tank from advancing. Drops off over there. Tank does run over here with the protecting the tank. Howdy. Hopefully it is. Guess we'll have to find out soon enough. I think it's good. I always like seeing Kindle. Kindle's one of the COs, is just sort of fascinating how she plays out. Drake's pretty simple, like Olaf, and also good, don't get me wrong. But I think like Kindle's like a interesting CO. It just seems like a lot of interesting things she can make done. Oh, I just realized something as well. I forgot to adjust the map size. Oops. Not like you missed much down there. That is my bad entirely. Let me move the chat window as well. I forgot to move around stuff. That should be fine enough. Sometimes I forget to do that since I have to tailor since each map's a little bit different size, I have to tailor the map each time I start a game, and sometimes I just straight up forget. Did I do that with the Hachi game? Oh great, now I'm starting to panic. I don't know if I had full vision of that. Good. Got now a black boat. I actually deploys our black boat there, which may be a good idea because Drake gets some refueling and a bit of repairs going. Got a tank down here. Kindle's tank's right down here. Recon here. Artillery and tank have taken a bit of damage. Drake's tank is back on top of the city. Drake's tank are completely and utterly ordinary, which is perfectly fine. Black boats gets loaded on up, get a bit of repairs there. Tank and infantry unit there. And this force here not only gives a good spot for artillery to protect this nearby stuff, also gives a good stealth insertion point for units. As a nice safe spot to pull out a tank, it has to be spotted and then engaged. Both players have not captured this comm tower here, and Drake has captured this comm tower here, so he does have a single comm tower advantage. Recon battlecopter. And there is now a Drake artillery piece there, infantry in the middle. He has his own black bow in the field. Comm tower now being captured. This one's being captured by Drake, which could be a good bait for this tank to get a good strike on this tank. Does charge for the recon. Tank for support, so Drake could get an idea that there is a tank nearby to protect this recon. Engage the infantry unit there, interrupt zone capture, probably a good idea. You gotta stop the comm tower capture. Kindle has a good number of infantry over here. The tank could provide some good fire support. She could try threatening this comm tower. These are C towers, not shore towers, so can't engage this infantry from the single. Good strike on the recon. So it looks like, but does manage to wall and protect that tank there. Artillery piece and stealth insertion point. Lander does need a bit of fuel. Just the black pill can provide that bit of refueling. Interrupts the capture by snipping him out, and got a good number of tanks here. So this tank's in a good position to fight one, not both. Battle copper probably needs to be respawned up there. Artillery piece can get a booster strike on this infantry unit. And this infantry can get a booster strike on this infantry unit there. But Kindle does need to fix this issue. So you got a single tank inside that lander at least. And this tank could actually get a booster strike on this tank there. That's probably a better course of action, trying to use an infantry engage there. Get a booster strike on that infantry unit. Probably a good idea. Let's go strike there. Infantry and tank. So she does have a decent number of tanks over here now, but Drake has full health, 9 health, 3 health. Battlecopter head up here. I think it would have been better to head over here. Of course, you never know where the anti-airs may be at. And Urban Blight is available. And does capture the comm tower there. So we've got triple comm tower versus 1, so Drake has a serious firepower bonus. Merge there, takes out that one tank. A boosted Urban Blight could be utilized there, but now there's a recon on top of it. Infantry can easily be taken out by the artillery piece, or by infantry unit. Bit of resupply there, very nice. Tank, infantry, battlecopter. I doubt we're going to see a high society. If she pops a high society, it would be 21 properties plus the... It is an HQ. So it'd be a pretty good amount of damage there. Additional 63% firepower. But probably better just use Urban Blight. It'll also wound that recon there. But I don't think she can take out those tanks at the moment. And this infantry unit there is spotting the tank, and even if it does take out this infantry unit there, this one can get more spot in there. Pops the high society. That is going to be a serious firepower bonus. She's also popped it mid-turn. I'm curious of what the damage like. Let's see what's this looking like on equal footing. Gets 90% firepower. Finish off that one, no problem. Of course, got now the Typhoon available, which will cause some issues. That's a bit of damage there. Yeah. Big numbers, 172. So here comes a Typhoon. It'll call quite a bit of damage. Drake will start to turn 97. And that actually did provide some vision of that. It actually calculated it. Usually that doesn't happen. Oh, that is accurate. She took a lot of damage there. Lots of damage there. Remember as well, he still has 3 column towers versus just the 1. A Neo tank now pulling the field. Or she's going to have to deal with the rain this turn. She gets some good strike on that tank there, but her left flank is still very weak. Has some extremes there to try to push way forward. Got an artillery piece there to protect the column tower, so that's going to be pretty secure. There's an equal strike there. Tank's a good strike there. Reinforcing tank. This will help her stabilize the region, but Neo tank will, of course, unstabilize it. Destabilize the region. Ends a turn of 105. Drake starts a turn of 112 with stated day, so she kindles about a turn and a half, 2 turns behind. And taking some decent losses in the middle of the map as well. She needs an anti-air in the middle, so she does have the battlecopters to be equal answer. And her battlecopters don't have the minus 30% penalty, but she does have 3 column towers, so they're just regular battlecopters one time. Versus just plus 10% with some perhaps some urban attacks. Neo tank heading down over here than over here. So this could allow Kindle to get some work done up here. And there's going to be boost strike. This tank's going to go down. Nothing to stop the recon there, but the infantry's ready to capture the column tower. Battlecopter rotating over there. Battlecopter, infantry. So she's relying more on the battlecopters right now. The economy is very similar. Drake has a slight advantage, but nothing too significant at this moment. There's still one despicable neutral property. Another Neo-Tank by Drake. These Neo-Tanks can cause some issues. Kindle can counter with medium tanks, but that'd be more of a defensive option. Yeah, a little bit of booster strike there, but Drake has a pretty good presence in the middle of the map as well. Starting to capture that comm tower. Has an artillery piece there for fire support, but will be out of range of everything. Has tank and battlecopter ready to support as well. Recon infantry can help interrupt, maybe fully stop the capture. Fully stops the capture. Trying to flip some properties there. Anti-air. Another anti-air. Kindle does a 22,000. Excuse me. Urban Blight is available. Tanks in mid-range the artillery piece, but couldn't get a shot onto it. Did not have to scout it out. Oh, great hiccups. Oh boy. She does get stuck like a stepsister there. Booster strike on the recon takes it out. Probably should have gone for booster. Oh, there's a booster strike from the battlecopter. But Neo-Tanks here, and these are all shores, easily traversable. Except right there, that's the sea. Battlecopter's got a recon right there. Urban Blight has not been utilized. Takes out that tank. and all of a sudden gets ambushed by 2 Neo tanks. That is something that Kindle does not like to see. All of a sudden, not just 1 but 2 Neo tanks. Also, 1 property flip, another property 10 being flipped there. Property still despicably neutral. So got 3,000 income lead for Drake. Gets a good strike there on the artillery piece, knocks it out, so she's getting some good progress done over here. Stops his own capture there, but initiate another capture. Also gets I think he put that 2 infantry unit there just to prevent any more landings here. So she denies the beachhead over here, which is good. Pops the Urban Blight. Not a whole lot. Got a good hit there on the medium tank. Some hits on various infantry units. Does interrupt this capture. Trying to flip a couple properties over here, which is very good. Infantry, anti-air. Infantry, infantry. Artillery gets a good strike there. Moves a strike on the Neo tank, which is good. Put a little bit of hurt on that battlecopter, not too significant. This battlecopter is straightforward. So it looks like both these units are going to be going down. Got the anti-air definitely in range of the battlecopter. And we could see a typhoon this turn. Typhoon's now available, pops it, interrupts both these captures, actually very important. Because now he will maintain the 3 column towers. Another medium tank pulled out here, Paul trying to equalize this region. Completely ends the turn with 0 money remaining. Has 158,000 in the bank. Kindle starts the turn with 99 with 21, so she has 120. She's behind like 3 turns. That is horrible. Does not hit that 1 health infantry unit there. That prevents even mechs from being blown on top of the mountain there. Here's the battlecopter. Neo tank could go down, but would be sacking a battlecopter. Good strikes there. This capture progress has 10 remaining. She has 27,000 bank. Is she going for better repairs there? She needs to probably get a medium tank or Neo tank. Artillery, battlecopter. I think a medium tank would have been good. Urban Blight's now available once again. Takes out the anti-air there. Even trying to capture this harbor. If Drake captures that harbor, oh boy, you don't want a battleship there. Hell, actually, aircraft carrier can lock down the airport. In other words, don't let Drake capture that port, or you will have hell in the handbag. Urban Blight should be probably pop this turn. It's just only 1 trap, not both trap. I always forget the Advanced Wars by Web. If this was an actual what's it called? Advanced Wars game, that would have stopped deployment of both units. Urban Blight has been popped. Stops both of those captures there. Drops a tank and artillery piece there. Does drop the infantry unit there. Good strike on the battlecopter. Takes out those units. Does have pretty good grasp of this region. Does capture column tower, which is very critical. 2 capture progress remaining. Good strike on the medium tank. It's also urban blighted as well. So this property has 1 capture progress. If it does not get stopped, it will be captured. Neo tank gets a good strike there. In range of the artillery piece, however, it's on top of a forest. The lander could spot it, but then gets struck right there. And start for 140,000 versus 96 starting. She's still pretty far behind. But she has good field presence down over here. Deletes the cruiser. Puts the artillery piece on the cruiser. I don't know if that's a good or bad idea, but that's what's happened. Finish off that capturing unit there. This thing still has 2 more turns to capture. Takes out the tank there. Knows where the anti-air, typhoon, or tsunami could be casted, which could cause some issues. Infantry, neo tank, and infantry. Gets trapped by this 1 health infantry unit. That's not good. Spends neo tank's full turn to take out 1 health infantry unit. Does not take out the battlecopter there. It must have been out of vision range. And there's tsunami. It's been not a good turn for Drake. He wasted all these units' turns. Loading up this stuff. Of course, there's no rain this turn. The tsunami does not provide rain, only the typhoon. So Drake had a really bad turn that turn, so this may be Kindle's turn to turn things around. He has 154,000 field. Kindle starts with only 86. The typhoon was painful. Capture that property. She's still behind on income. 2 capture progress there. Bar deployment there. Try and get the neo tank in position. Booster strike there, very nice. This battle comes with 23 fuel remaining. Resupplies there. Battlecopter infantry. Another urban blight's available. Not a very good turn for Drake either. He's been having not great turns, which will give Cajun some that can't speak. Kindle some extra room to breathe. Booster strike on the anti-air. Kino's been doing quite well up here, but the problem is she's basically lost sight of the map and has a sizable income deficit. Large number of units there. This anti-air is causing so many issues for her. She does brought the neo tank up there. Guess she wants to have something to deal with the medium tank, but I think it would be better to send that over here. Does have an anti-air there, which could be taken out. That's a river. That tank does not go down. Anti-air will get a boost strike on one of these battlecopters, knocking them out, plus Urban Blight will boost up to a significant degree. I'm not sure how Kindle can turn around this game. Every turn feels like she's falling more and more behind. Pops the Urban Blight. Now this cruiser's down to 1 health, if that makes any difference. Booster strike there. Gets good strike on this medium tank. Now able to get a medium tank on the field with a safe landing. A lot of anti-air there. Battlecopter, recon, infantry. Battlecopter goes down. Tsunami is available, which could cause some issues. Black boat is now trapped. Things won't be able to engage this tank unless the liner spots for it. That battlecopter will likely go down this turn. Capturing some of these properties is actually important, but will easily be interrupted. I think Kindle's just trying to grab as many properties over here to stabilize. She's still down a decent amount of income, and two properties could be flipped. Anti-air's almost out of ammo as well, which means they got a lot of work done against Kindle's battlecopters. Recon infantry does take out that unit. We have a joint capture, medium tank engagement in range of the Neo tank. Other Neo tank patrol forward, gets a good strike there. And Drake's advantage has greatly decreased. Kindle is just getting a lot of smart engagement there, starting to slowly turn things around. But nothing stopping the landing there. Bit of a gamble. Does double base skip. One property will be flipped this turn. Pops a superpower now. Stops a capture there. Well, that Neo tank that's also almost out of ammo is not in range of this Neo tank, but it is wounded Neo tank. Sacks it there, go for the Urban Blight, trying to get that +10 global. Booster strike there on the anti-air. Artillery piece couldn't soften the Neo tank for the Neo tank. Stops that capture entirely, gets a good strike there. Softens it up, allows the Neo tank to strike the Neo tank on equal footing. Gets trapped, recon there. Neo tank decides not to engage the Neo tank. Maybe trying to lure this Neo tank to hit the tank to get a boost strike in return. Also probably concerned about this medium tank. So she's trying to play extra smart. Though Drake has quite a bit of stockpile resources. I think we may see a battleship. Drake's battleships do not have any increase in firepower, just increase in defense. Of course, we've got two Neo tanks there. No battleship there. 20,000 funds stored on up. 6,000 income difference, which is quite massive. Good tank strike there. Battlecopter finish off the anti-air. Neo tank engaged the recon. Problem is, it is outnumbered. Even a booster strike won't be good since the medium tank is also pretty good versus Neo tanks. Battlecopter tank and double base skip, and it was a double base skip purpose. She has 4,000 funds. The anti-air is almost out of ammo. In order to save the battlecopter, she could throw both these 1 health tanks into the anti-air, draining it while the battlecopter strike the other battlecopter. That could be a good possibility. It's not a good thing that the fact that anti-air is now, your opponent's anti-air is out of ammo. Does get a boost strike on the Neo tank. Machine guns it a little bit. Sacks a tank there. Sacks a tank there. Kindle's down to 19 units versus 28. She has 82,000 in the field versus Drake's 150 with 30,000 in the bank. Typhoon's available, as well as Urban Blight. Urban Blight could be pretty useful in this next turn. Wounds this recon, then boosts off onto something else. It has a lot of battlecopters. I think this game's ultimately over. Yeah, when you get... And she does just straight up resign. This is Anne Gray saying, thank you for watching, and I'll have the next replay.